Keeping a personal yoga practice. So, why do you need to keep a personal yoga practice? Your personal practice is your time to explore new things, time to try new moves, time for growth, time for healing. If you're a yoga teacher, it's a time to practice what you're teaching on your next class, to get insights, to take notes, to get inspired, to write down new ideas, to practice at your own level, to discover new things, to draw deeper into your practice. So let's get up and go to your mat. Don't stop and think about it. Keeping a personal yoga practice is one of the biggest challenges a yoga teacher faces. The more you teach, the less time you have for your own practice, not to mention all the other responsibilities we have in life. Facing this problem myself, I started experimenting with practicing yoga at different times of the day, but maintaining consistency was another problem. So here's everything I can tell you about what helped me. Wake up early and do your practice first thing in the morning, unless you can find a time during the day that you can stick to doing your practice daily. I tried practicing at night before bedtime, but then I was too sleepy. I tried after work. I was too tired. At lunchtime, I was either too hungry or too full. In the morning before work, and I was rushing. So the only thing left was to wake up earlier to fit my daily yoga practice. I was already waking up at 6 in the morning, so I decided to wake up even earlier, which brings me to point number two. So, knowing all this, now let's think about could you introduce the idea to your day to wake up a little earlier, to find time for in your day to start your own yoga practice? So, here's point number two. Start little by little. I know you want to have a full practice, but your body and your mind have to get used to the new routine you are trying to implement in your life. I started waking up at 5:30 in the morning and practiced for 20 to 30 minutes for about a week or two. And then I increased the time little by little to 35 to 40 minutes practice and so on until I managed to have an hour of yoga daily practice. Step three, I will say, don't beat yourself up if you don't practice every single day. Just go back and continue your yoga practice as soon as you can. Things happen in life. So just remember the more often you wake up early, the more you get used to it and the more consistent you become. Also, remember to take a break. Step 4. Schedule your personal practice at the same time every day. Consistency is the key to forming good habits. Good habits lead us to make progress and become successful. To help you out, I have created a personal yoga diary, and I'll put the link below. So let's think about this now. Can you start with a 15-minute practice warm up? How many times a week can you dedicate to your personal yoga practice? Here are some of the frequently asked questions, some of the questions that I have been asked. Do you practice yoga on your own or do you follow a class? This question I have been asked over and over again, and the answer is both. There are days that I practice on my own to experiment with movement and to do my own thing. If you don't know how or what to start with, because that's what I get asked, is like, what do you do when you're on your own? How do you start? So I will say just practice a few sun salutations and the inspiration will start from there. There are other days that I prefer to follow a class. Here's just a few things that I can tell you about this. If you're planning to practice in person, find a studio that has a schedule that you can stick with. Notice that I didn't say a schedule that is convenient because sometimes we just don't find convenient. But find something doable and go to practice a few times a week. Now be open minded and remember to tune into your own body and practice for yourself. We are all different and we're all at different levels. Don't compare to the person next to you. Just make this your personal yoga practice. Now, if you practice online by following a class online, note first know what class you're going to follow the night before. That saves me a lot of time. That way you're ready and you're not wasting the time you have for your own practice in the morning. Here's a few more tips. Remember that it doesn't have to stay the same. It doesn't have to focus on yoga poses or asanas. This is your time to do what you need the most. It can be setting an intention, sitting on meditation, chanting, working on your chakras, grounding yourself, or practicing pranayama. This is all yoga. Make your practice personal. Keeping a regular yoga practice gives you more authenticity as a yoga teacher. You can achieve the holistic effect of yoga by practicing yoga, not just by teaching. If you find it difficult to start on your own, practice with others. Take a class at a studio on a regular basis, or use the body system with another yoga teacher, another student, practitioner, which will help you learn and support each other on your journey. Remember, short and simple practice is better than no practice. The practice of yoga brings us face to face with the extraordinary complexity of our own being. Thank you so much for watching and supporting me here. You can find my contact information below. My Instagram is Clem Yoga Teaching. I appreciate you watching my video. Thank you.